Alright. Well, this will be another tutorial on A Link to the Past. How to beat the game, any percent, major glitches. This is the route that uses Swim Exploration Glitch, also known as Swim EG. So let's get started. First thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you're using the Japanese version 1.0. You can check that because it says copyright 1991 at the start. So I have some files already set up, but I haven't really finished the game with any of them, so we will start. First thing that you're going to want to do is mash through the text and then exit the house. I typically hold down and right while all this is happening. And then you have to press one of the buttons to get out of bed. And then exit your house. Use the A button to pick up the bushes, and then walk up. And then instead of going to the right, where you would normally fall down the cave, we're going to go to the left and do a citrus clip into this cliff right here. So the first position that you're going to want to get to is right here. As soon as you pass this post, hold left, or you could tap left until you are in that position, like that. Then we're going to hold up and left in a select buffer. And at this point, I change my grip. I probably change my grip as I'm walking up, but right now my right hand is on top of the gamepad or the controller, so that my index finger is on the select button and my ring finger is on the B button, or you could use any other button you want. And what we're going to do with that is quickly tap and then tap select so that we can advance frames reasonably. So the frame that we're looking for after this one is right here. That's the frame that's the position that we want Link to be in. There's a couple of visual cues. I like to notice the shadow at the bottom of Link and the shadow of the cliff. Another thing that you can look for perhaps is the position of Link's hand relative to that darker patch on the grass. Or if you want, you can use the green below Link as a visual cue. Either way, at this position, I switch to holding left and continue select buffering until Link is in that spot. Notice now that Link's hair, the kind of outline, touches the green, the dark green part of it. Like, it kind of just, the corners touch. So now I switch to holding up and left again. And I'm not going to do any more select buffers. I'm just going to hold this into the text that the guard gives us, like that. Then you can just let go once you see the text and hold left. And he'll jump off the cliff and swim over here. Next, what we're going to want to do is go back to the right, because things go bad if you just try to swim down from there. And we're going to swim down along this wall up until about that corner, and then we're going to go to the left, so that you're about at the same position as the cave that you can see on the left side of the screen there. One thing to note is if you take too long to do all of this stuff, you can see the telepathic message that Zelda sends you, basically saying, "Why are you taking so long?" starts to appear. So what we're going to want to do is hold left into the diagonal ledge, swim, and then tap down and left. And if Link kind of goes into the wall like that, then we did it right. Let me get out. So now it's back to normal. One thing that you'll probably see a bunch if you fail it is if you do it too early, Link will kind of vibrate like that. You have to wait for the swim animation to complete, and then you let go of everything and then tap left, and then Link will kind of advance forward. And if you tap and hold it, you can actually swim with the pulses. And then we're going to want to enter the cave while he's still swimming. If you enter the cave and he like jumps out, things can go bad. Either you're just going to soft lock the game right here, or you might have to do a different kind of glitch to get through the rest of the game, which is a little bit harder, and I don't want to detail the setup for that. In any event, we'll just sort of swim down and then back up the stairs, and then we're just going to hold down and left and just keep mashing the swim button all the way until we transition into this room. Then we're going to switch to holding left, and then we're going to want to jump down. So now we're walking again, even though we're out of bounds. So we're going to walk to the left, and then we're going to walk up, and that beats the game. And that's the whole run. Let's run through it one more time so you can see all of the stuff that kind of goes on. Unfortunately, I have to mash through all the text. But one thing to point out is that if you do this fast enough, you should be able to beat this run without getting any text from Zelda. It should be a fast enough route that you beat all of the Zelda text, if you don't mess up the select buffering. So we exit. I don't know if it's faster to go to the left or the right side of the house. It's probably not a large difference in time, but I'm superstitious, so I kind of walk up here the same way every time. I have switched my grip already. We will get into position. I'm 1 frame to the right, so there we go. Now I'm in the correct position. I'm going to start moving up, and that will be good. That's the frame that I want now. And I'm now just going to hold up and left, and then left, and there we go. I'm going to start swimming back this way. And if you're kind of good at the swim exploration glitch, you might be able to do it like that without even having to go through the whole rigmarole of setting it up. When you're entering the cave, you'll notice that I kind of... that's not what I want. There we go. I kind of entered that cave in the middle. Oh, I have to go down the stairs again. Back up. There we go. You'll notice that I entered the cave kind of in the middle. If you want to be safe, I would recommend entering the cave closer to the left side of the opening. But yeah, now we should see Zelda text right about here. Yep. And that was because I messed up that stairs. When you're in the cave, you have to like swim down the stairs and then back up the stairs, and that sort of lets you clip through the side of the wall. But that's pretty much the whole run. Hope this helps.